is up, everybody? It is episode 19 of the Good Kraken Death Ratio Show. I am your host today, Devin Stanford, aka Brevin the Dude, and I'm joined by two wonderful gentlemen here today. One of them being my beautiful little cherry blossom. Looks like he's in a more chipper mood today. Garrick Bartholomew Eaton.
Hello there, howdy ho, Ranger Joe.
Hello there.
Hello there,
Hello.
dude. I'm just chilling. I'm like falling into my summer groove now. I'm kind of getting into things with my summer hours at work, so like it's kind of all falling into place now. I've got a good cadence to things kind of going on in my week. Sorry, I'm trying really hard not to cough like while I'm talking.
I swear I didn't do this to you on purpose, I promise.
Didn't do what?
I didn't do this to you on purpose. I didn't put you on the spot like this. It's not my fault.
Put me on the spot for what? I'm so confused.
Oh, because you were coughing. Yeah.
Oh no, it's allergies, man. Like it's like I'm fine right now, but like I can feel it like building up as I'm starting to talk, you know?
Oh yeah.
Anyways, excuse me. Yeah. No, but like I'm finally starting to fall into like my summer groove. You know? I'm really excited. Like we're like halfway into June now. I've got up until like the second week of August, so I've got like about a month and our little 2 months left of my summer before we're calling it quits. But dude, yeah, I've just been playing a ton of V Rising, which I'm going to get into here in a little bit. But yeah, man, I'm just really kind of enjoying my summer break at the moment. I have Wednesdays off, which is just that's like an abnormality for me because obviously normally during the school year I'm working 5 days a week, 6 days a week. But dude, like it's so nice to just have a day off in the middle of the week to just like break it up, especially because as much as I love my second job, like my second job is my second job for a reason. So like it's exhausting in like a different sort of way than like my actual job. I'm already ready for school to start again, dude. Make no mistake. Like I only actually need like 2 weeks of summer break and then I'm good. Like
It's like
if I just had like 2 weeks off every like 3 months, I'd be fine. Like we wouldn't even need to take school off.
yeah. I mean, that's like how some districts do it, and a lot of countries actually. They'll do
year-round school is that's actually how I went to elementary school was like that.
Yeah. It 3 months on, 2 weeks off, 3 months on, 2 weeks off, and sometimes you'd still get like a week break in the middle of those 3 months, like for Christmas and shit like that.
Yeah, when I did it, it was 3 on, 1 off, and so basically we would just rotate year round. So like sometimes we'd have Christmas off, sometimes I wouldn't have Christmas off. Or like like everybody would have like that holiday off, but like basically like there were people that had like the whole month of December, like depending on what track you were on, and then there were other things. But yeah, so like I don't know, like it's nice to be able to have the normality again. Like there's always like that weirdness for me when when school ends and I have to pick up my hours from my other job and I don't feel like I know what I'm fucking doing.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Yeah, I feel like I need to match you guys because you guys have a color scheme going on and I'm vastly different than you guys. So it's like I need to change this.
Mine's always kind of pinky purple though. That's like my thing.
I mean, this is what I just wore yesterday. So
I wasn't talking about your attire. I was talking about your color. It's because
about lighting. Yeah.
Yeah, because usually Ernell and I match, but since he's not here, let me see what I can do here. Oh, there we go. Yeah, dude. That's kind of weird. But speaking of matching, I don't know. I'm gonna fix that. That's why I was like, what is going on? But speaking of also matching, we're also joined by Twitch's very own DJ Sinfix.
What up, bro?
Streaming again too, so we can claim that.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Yeah.
How has the streaming been?
Some Elden Ring, dude.
How's it been?
It's been good, man. Just today's dude. Speaking of again sleep, dude. I slept. I've been taking these melatoners. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I
Uh-huh.
took 3 last night
There we
because
go.
I was like 2 doesn't feel like it's gonna hit, so I'm gonna take an extra
Mhm.
one.
So 30 milli vanillas and melatoners.
Yeah, through 30 milli of melatonin, and I kept waking up, like, kept sleeping, waking up, sleeping, waking up, sleeping, waking up. But like, I'd wake up for like a few seconds, and then I'd fall back to sleep until like
Mhm.
eventually it was
Dude,
just like 6:30 a.m. and I just couldn't go back to sleep. So I just stayed up, and
It's not so bad.
it got to the point like midday, like noon, or like 1 o'clock. I'm like, I can barely open my eyes. So like I went to take like a nap, but only napped for like 30 minutes, and I got back up. So like it's like I'm kind of tired, but like I just had a weird sleeping night.
Dude, I did too. I had like a weird dream, and I just kind of like woke up, like,
Mhm.
and I was just like, wait, that didn't happen. You know what I mean? Like, it was a very lucid dream.
It was like one of those very vivid ones.
Yeah, yeah. And like yesterday too, like when I got home from work, because I got up really early yesterday. So like yesterday, I laid down to take a nap, like set my alarm and everything. Somehow slept through my alarm, but woke up at 6:30. Like,
Oh Jesus!
yeah.
On the
But
dot.
like it was the kind of panic when you wake up because it's super light out in the morning here at that time.
Right.
So
right.
it was the kind of like wake up panic, and I saw 6:30 on my
fuck
phone.
moment.
I thought I was about to be late for work, so I shot up
Dude,
super
yeah.
quick, and then when I like walked out of my bedroom like super fast, like my roommates were walking around, and I was like, oh, because I'm usually always the first one
Well,
awake.
like it started like the wheels started turning.
Yeah.
You're just like, never mind, it's okay. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was like, okay, time to podcast. You know what I mean?
Right.
Be like
But
that,
yeah. But yeah, dude, I am itching to watch more Acolyte right now. I'm just waiting.
I need to start
You know?
that. I think I'm gonna start it tomorrow because there's a new episode out and I'm off tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah. Episode 4. Episode 4. So
It's tomorrow.
and
Okay.
today. It just came out actually before we started streaming.
Oh, really? I thought it was Wednesdays for some
Nope.
reason.
Tuesdays for this show. Tuesdays for this one. So Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern. So
Well, all right, then I guess I'll have stuff. I have things to watch tomorrow.
yeah, things to do. Yeah, you got enough to watch. It'll be like watching a movie.
Yeah, I do need to watch that, and I'm also gonna try to get caught up on Delicious in Dungeon since it's done now.
Oh, it's
Oh,
done.
yeah.
I need to finish
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I need to
finish
watch
Season
that,
just
man.
wrapped.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
need to binge through that shit.
But speaking of finishing things, today we're talking about the rising of the V and the final shape as we know it, because this is Good Kraken's Death Ratio, and we're slashing through the podcast space to be your source for all the nerdy video game news, reviews, and discussions that you want to hear live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. West Coast, Best Coast time. If you want to get ahead of the curve, you can head on over to our Discord channel where you can submit questions and topics to the show, get exclusive content, and have early access to episodes before they go live on podcast and video services wherever you like to watch or listen. And a lot of that too comes with being subscribed to the Good Kraken channel here on Twitch. That's how you get all those things earlier. So yeah, you want to top off your evening with some content from us dumb guys, subscribe to us and go to the Discord.
Hell yeah.
But if you spent all your credits at another shop, that is totally fine. You can watch us record the show live right here at twitch.tv/Good Kraken Show. If you have Amazon Prime, you also have Twitch Prime. Tell them, DJ.
Prime Gaming.
And we would love for you to give that to us to help us level up our game. But you can also support us by going to our YouTube channel, clicking that beautiful bell and big red button, or by subscribing to our podcast channel by searching Death Ratio and leaving a review there.
Review.
Review. Guys, we got some critical hits. Our podcasts are now available on all streaming platforms, and they now release to the public at 6 a.m. the following day. So that's right, this episode that you are watching live right now or listening to releases at 6 a.m. the following day to the public. That's 6 a.m. West Coast time, and that'll be 9 a.m. for all you East Coasties out there. Guys, don't forget, all other episodes of our shows are on YouTube. So, and all audio listens, please be sure to follow us there for more content, like Ernell's Smash or Pass video for Pokemon.
There you go.
Yep. And we also have a bunch of reaction videos on there too, of like TV shows and movies and some video games. Like you can watch our GK plays on there and like our splash damage too. We upload a lot of those, not every single one, but quite a few of them we do upload.
Our bigger ones, the ones that we feel like are worth it.
Exactly, the ones that are really fun, or that we just do cool shit or something funny happens.
But it's the ones where we get lots of like where we end up laughing a lot. I feel like we have those ones a lot where we just have like a good time.
Yeah, we need to do a Switch Olympics one again.
Dude,
you see they added basketball.
They're adding basketball as the new one. So now, and they've added a couple other sports since then too. So
yeah. I petition for us to do the Switch Olympics this summer. I think we should do it.
Bring it back. Let's do it.
Yeah, I have more room in this office compared to the office I had last time too. So
hopefully one of you guys don't throw your arm out.
Nope.
I didn't.
I stretch. Everyone needs to stretch first. Okay, stretch the day before, a few hours before.
We're gonna do a group stretch on stream. Everybody's group stretch. Yeah. Everybody's gonna do it.
Just have like Ernell set up like a bunch of scenes where like it just slow pans to like all of us just stretching like it's a constant.
Oh hell yeah!
Like it's a
no, there needs to be we need to set up like if we're gonna do it, it's gonna be a whole event. We gotta like set up a training montage for each.
That's what that's what I was saying.
For like prepping like the week before.
Yeah.
We need to bring back GK Olympics 100%.
Yeah, 100%. It's time. It's been a couple years, so the rotation's right. The rotation's right. Guys, the latest episode of the Shipwreck Show, episode 124, is on all major podcast platforms and on our YouTube as of 6 a.m. today, because that's right, we were live yesterday with the Shipwreck Show, and we talk about how shitty Star Wars fans can be, and we also talk about TV shows
shows we haven't seen.
Not TV shows we haven't seen, but also, we just talk about a lot of great TV shows just very quickly, and how DJ refuses to watch Stranger Things. Yeah. Guys, join our Discord for more discussions and gaming and watch parties. That's right. We do all sorts of things. We're playing a lot of Destiny right now. Garrick's playing a lot of V Rising. There's other games that we bounce between. I just started playing Magic the Gathering Arenas, actually, with a couple friends, because I found out my dad and my brother play all the time, too. So I know I have a lot of Magic friends here. Garrick is one of them. And that's happening now. So if you want to, embellish your nerd rage with me, I'll be around in there. And sometimes when new shows come out, I'll usually stream the first episode, or if I want somebody to watch something, like last night we forced Ernell to watch the first episode of Kaiju number 8, and he fucking loved it.
Yeah, he was sold.
Nice.
Yep. Polar Knights, love this show. It is the perfect evolution of beard growth. That is not the first time that has been said.
It's oddly not the first. Yeah, but say it. The perfect evolution of beard is not. That's not the first. That's like it's not the second time that's even been mentioned either.
It's Polar Knights.
The same person.
No, it's Polar Knights the whole time. I'm checking the chat logs. Yes, it's the same person.
Oh, okay. I was gonna be like, Polar Knights is on the slide, and they just sneak out, and they're like, I'm gonna come back in a year.
Yeah, first one was
remind everybody how much beards I love.
First one was June 26th in 2021, and then December 14th, and then February 8th of 2022, and then July 11th of 2023, and then August 8th,
That's
then-
amazing.
But it hasn't
love
just
that.
been them.
I
I
love
know it hasn't
Well,
just been them though.
Like,
Guys,
I'm about to say I didn't know that, but regardless, I love it every time it gets said. I really do.
Yeah.
And like it just
Yeah.
because it's true.
Yeah, it
It's
is very
true.
true, which is weird.
is.
It's like kind of weird, you know. It's like
Yeah.
Well, and like oddly enough, it always gets said like because like my beard, like you guys always kind of keep your beards like the same length. I feel like I'm the
Yeah,
only
you've
one that
changed
grows
yours.
mine out and then shave it, then grow it out and then shave it,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
pretty constantly. I feel like Ernell does that to a lesser extent.
Yeah, it's
I think so,
because
too.
he got it to connect and he doesn't want to ruin that.
Oh, that's probably why.
Oh,
But yeah,
Zaza
dude, like
Yeah,
literally, I'll
yeah.
let mine
Sorry,
get
me
to
too.
like Devin's length and then I'll shave it off.
Yeah. I never shave it off, but I do trim it tight every now and then. Like I keep it nice and full, but I
Yeah, that's
tighten
what
it
I
up.
do.
Yeah.
That's what like I
Yeah.
clean it up
Dude, mine
like
just-
every now and
Mine
then.
gets too thick, like on the bottom. Like mine gets a little neck beardy if I don't trim it up for sure.
Oh, dude, me too. It's getting there. You see, it's growing out. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Evil's on in chat says Star Wars fans have def won the worst fan base ever award. He's not wrong.
Yeah, I
He's
mean-
not wrong.
Yeah.
He's not wrong.
They're up
Worst
there,
fan
dude.
base.
They're in the Hall of Fame, dude. They're in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
worst fan club Hall of Fame, dude. It's
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah, man. It's like
Dude.
Star Wars fans and Raiders fans. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Patriots fans.
and Disney
Patriots
families.
fans.
And
Yeah,
Disney,
Disney family.
Disney World of Families, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Good evening, Esco. It's your boyfriend's day off tomorrow, but you don't have the day. So he took you to 7-Eleven and bought some Vietnamese takeout. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Evil's on. Raiders and Patriots are up there. Dragon Ball fans. Yeah. Yeah, he's not wrong.
Goku stands specifically.
Yeah. Guys, it's time to move into our first segment of the night. And we're going to select this chapter in our version of Chapter Select. And Garrick has some things to talk about with us. Garrick, could you let the people know what you've been playing lately?
Absolutely. So, yeah, I'm going to be giving you guys the rundown on V Rising 1.0. So 2 years ago, if you guys have been keeping up with us for that long, if you have, bless your soul. But 2 years ago, when this game launched into early access, it actually kind of like it was like the flavor of the month game. Like I don't know if you guys remember it, like bumped up to
Yeah.
like 1.5 million players like in 2 weeks. Like a bunch of content creators were really talking about it, and like it was in a really good spot. And like even as an early access game, it was honestly really really good. I got really into it. I put 116 hours into the early access and got very near to the end of the game. Didn't ended up quite beating it because the server I was on fell apart, and I kind of benched the game because unfortunately this when my computer also started to decline. So they went since it went into early access. The game has gone through numerous updates and quality of life changes and content rollouts, and they've added in a bunch of new things as well. Before I go into the new things they've added, like for anybody who wasn't here, 2 freaking years ago, right? What is V Rising, might you ask? V Rising is an isometric action ARPG survival game, and it is called V Rising because you aptly take the control of a vampire that has basically returned to the world of I think it's called Vardaran. I might be butchering the pronunciation of the name, fantasy names and all that. But it's called Vardaran. But like you basically are a vampire reawakening in this world of Vardaran, and you are trying to like reclaim vampires' dominance over mankind because basically, like there was a time in the world where vampires ruled over humans, and but then the humans gained a deity that they just refer to as the light, and oddly enough. And then a church was formed, and they took down the vampires, defeated Dracula, and all of the remaining vampires went into a slumber. Fast forward like 200 years, I think it was in the lore, if I remember somewhere, give or take, and the vampires are starting to reawaken. And so you reawaken, and you know, are tasked with doing cool vampire shit. This game's actually very immersive. So like I said, it's isometric. So anybody who's not necessarily familiar with that term, I'll save you a Google. And it's a top-down game. It has a very, very similar perspective to something like Path of Exile or Diablo. It very much takes a lot of its gameplay influences from those and other twin stick shooters that kind of fit that mold. But rather than being a twin stick shooter or like just an action RPG, like, you know, say the Ascent was or Diablo is, this is also a survival game. It's a crafting survival game. You are tasked with building a castle. You level that castle up, and you have lots and lots of territories to choose from. You can play on a private game, or if you're like me, I'm playing on an official server, and I am, you know, like I am having to, you know, choose my territory before other players get to it and claim that spot to build their castle. The game does have both PvE and PvP servers, because and PvP, like, so like there's like castle raiding and all that stuff. But the game is so in depth. It features 57 unique bosses. All with their own mechanics. They have added dozens since early access. The game also features 7 unique biomes, ranging from a deep forest, run basically controlled by various bandit camps, to the human farmlands that makes up the rural area of the world, to the bustling city area of the Silverlight foothills controlled by the Church of the Light, right? Or you've got the northern area, which is called Gloomrot, which is like this area that it's basically like they tried to erase it from mankind's history, and during like the dark times of trying to overthrow the vampires, they were doing like a bunch of human experiments up there. There's like a cursed forest, and then there's the Hollowed Mountains, which is like your icy realm, and then the ruins of Mortium, which is the ruins of Dracula's former domain. And they're all vastly unique. They all have their own like plants and different kinds of humans, as well as creatures and materials that are, you know, that are available in each and every single zone. It does follow, you know, a traditional survival. You know, you go from wood to wood in this case is replaced by bone, but you go from bone to bronze to iron, etc., etc. Right? So it follows the natural progression path. But you're building your castle. You're building up castle rooms, but you're also doing stuff that's all very unique to being a vampire. The survival mechanics in this, you are way more active at during nighttime. The sun, even at the very end of the game, is your biggest enemy. It will nuke you instantly unless you've got potions or resistances and stuff to it. Like all that sort of stuff. You are like making sure you're hunting for good quality blood to keep your vampire fed. That's your hunger mechanic in this game. It functions as both your hunger and your thirst. You know, making sure you while also like keeping your blood topped off, you have different types of blood and blood quality that affects both the gameplay loop and the bonuses you get from that blood while you are trying to survive out in this vast open world. So there's lots to do. There is like 6 different schools of magic for your character to engage in. You've got you've got chaos, not holy magic, unholy magic, chaos magic, frost, lightning, blood magic, and like a few others, right? And then you've also got crazy specific vampire powers, like the ability to shapeshift, dominate humans to make them your prisoner, or your servants to send them out on tasks to gather extra resources for you. All sorts of crazy stuff. Being able to shapeshift into a wolf, a bear, a frog to hop into secret areas, or a mouse to hide among humans to sneak about, right? Those things also play big roles in the PvP, right? Like the rat form completely hides your character's like name bar and stuff like that. So like there's so much in this game. And since early access, they've really just continued to flesh it out with really developing the skill system and the how you unlock things for your character. And I'm thrilled to be playing this at full release on my PlayStation 5. Getting to play this from top to bottom, it actually feels like a whole new game to me. Despite the fact that I had over 100 hours in the early access, I have there's been new bosses for me to experience in every single act of the game at this point. So they put new bosses in acts 1 through 4. They've completely revamped how spells work. You've got like these jewels you can attach to them now, which modify your spells. You have passives that you can unlock. They've included endgame world events where you unlock these things where you unlock passives for your character that help you like with the endgame bosses. They've got dozens of armor sets that you can use both cosmetically and lay over your armor that you're currently wearing for your stats. They've got armor sets that let you tailor the way you play versus like going for a crit assassin build, a tank build, a spellcaster build. Also, it really is a fully fleshed out ARPG also while being this really immersive vampire survival game.
Mm.
Man,
Oh, yeah.
I want to play V Rising again so bad. I know you know that I was very into it when we were playing on PC. And I own the game and I can play it if I want to, but I just don't want to play it without friends. It's just one of those games.
Dude, and I get that. Like, and like, it's definitely one of those games where, like, I'll get it. I will get to the end of this game because I'm playing on an official server, so they reset like literally all of my progress wiped away every 6 months. I'm fine with that, right? I chose that.
Mhm.
Like, if I didn't want that, you can play on a private server, and your castle and all of your progress will stay forever. But like a survival game like this, I feel like getting my stuff wiped away it's just a reason for me to come back and do another run later, right?
Mhm.
Sort of thing. Next time I'll probably end up. I'm playing on a PVE server this time around because I get to build a castle to be pretty. When you play for PvP, you have to build your castle for defense, and it's a whole different ball game. Uh, but dude, like all of the bosses are like they've added so many bosses. The new zones are fucking incredible. Gloomrot is really awesome. I love going to the ruins of Mortium too. It's like a mid-game, end-game zone, and I was actually playing and I was really panicked one day because like I realized like the sun was coming up and I was like super far from my castle and I was in Dracula's domain, and then I realized that like I wasn't burning to death. And I was like, oh man, the Dracula domain, you don't have to fear the sun there. And I was like, that's really rad. That actually makes a ton of sense, right? Like, that's his domain. Like, he's probably got some magic spell on it to block the sun. But like,
Mhm.
you know, and then all sorts of crazy stuff. You go to like the big city stuff, you know, if you're not carrying around a holy potion, you know, like holy symbols on people's walls and stuff will like just start killing you. You get like irradiated. Or, you
Uh,
know, like if you're going around the farmlands, you've got to have garlic resistance because they put garlic charms like around their crops and things. And dude, like it's just like it really does include so much vampire lore. And like I love hunting for blood and like and collecting servants and like hunting for 100% blood quality servants, putting their asses in a prison cell, right? And basically like being able to tap that prisoner like and for like infinite blood as long as I take care of them, right, or like, you know, RP a bad guy a little bit, blood tap the prisoner twice and kill that motherfucker, right? You know, like because you're a vampire. I'm not a freaking bad guy. I'm not a good guy.
Mhm.
And so like
Yeah.
dude, it's so fully fleshed out. 1.0 is absolutely the best the game has ever been. I will say like the price did go up from early access, and that's because they added enough to absolutely justify it being a $35 game. I think it was 20 in early access, and the 15 like the $15 like bump was super awesome. They've got like a Castlevania collaboration that gives you like a Simon Belmont boss fight, which is super fucking cool. And like I know that Stunlock Studios, the developer, has already stated that they do still plan on doing additional DLCs and stuff like that, and that they will announce like pricings and what that sort of stuff will look like in the future. Um, This game it's in its best state right now. I literally log onto my PlayStation 5. I boot it up, no latency. I don't ever get kicked. I never get disconnected from the server. My server is always active. I have people that I can communicate with. I have randoms that I can play with. The game does everything that I need to do. It scratches the ARPG itch. It's scratching the crafting survival itch. And it was like the perfect game for me to transition into after finishing Diablo season 4. If you guys have been like even moderately interested in this game, this is absolutely a play it now. For it being an indie title, for it being fully fleshed out in its full release now, offering an absolutely complete experience. If you are a casual gamer, this game is going to offer you 80 to 100 hours of gameplay in your first playthrough. I'm at 65 hours right now, and I still have 16 bosses ahead of me. That's not counting all the materials I'm going to have to go resource farm, all of the crafting I'm going to have to do, any changes I make to my castle. Shit, you have to actually hunt the bosses down using a they're called V bloods. And you track them using like a blood scent mechanic, and you have to like go find them out in the world by following this blood trail. And so like there's still plenty for me to do leading up to the final culmination of Dracula, the Immortal King, as the final boss fight. Which I absolutely cannot wait to get to. This is a play it now, play it now, play it now. If you like ARPGs, if you like survival games, if you like vampires, this does it all. You are going to have hours and hours and hours of gameplay and fun ahead of you.
Yeah, yeah. What if you were to give it a number rating? What would you give it?
Oh, this is a 9. This is a 9 out of 10. Easy. 9 out of 10. Easy.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
like the only reason I could like possibly dock it a point, and especially for folks that like are gonna play it on console, it doesn't necessarily use like the most traditional like twin stick or like ARPG like control setup. So that can be a little funky to get like used to at first. I found like a little challenging, like a little bit of a curve there. And it's just lacking on a few like quality of life things that like some like survive, like you can't craft from your boxes. They've said that's just a mechanic that they don't like. It was a design choice for them, but like that's just something I feel like should be in every survival game at this point. Like aside from that, like it's very very small minuscule things. This game is almost fucking perfect. I literally will probably come back to this game and come back to this game and come back to this game. And as soon as I've got my new computer, like I said, I know I keep saying this, but I will play this with you on PC, Devin, 100%.
Hell yeah.
I want to do a PvP server. We're gonna fucking go hard. We're gonna go ham. We're gonna beat the brakes off some motherfuckers.
Yeah,
Dude, like
and
I'm like it's a great game.
I feel like that's the one downfall to it, right? Is the fact that it doesn't have crossplay. In the year 2024, like multiplayer games coming out multi-platform
Right, yeah,
and not having
one of those other
crossplay.
things that like that kind of like comes into factor when I knock it down from that point. But if it had like just a few of those other like things, like it absolutely this would be a 10 out of 10 game. This is absolutely a play it now. Like I love this game. I would say it was like an 8 for me when I played it the first time, but like it just cleared it now. Like it's stellar. It's absolutely stellar. This is gonna be my DayZ.
Yeah. DJ, does this game interest you at all?
Yeah, I've always been interested in this game. I just never got around to picking it up. You know, and getting into
now.
it. But I mean, hey man, time is now, dude. Whenever you guys are getting into it, I'll try to hop in.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. It's definitely a time sink of a game. I can say that firsthand.
It's definitely once you're into it, you're pretty into it. Like because despite it's so immersive for it being an isometric game. Like it definitely like it wants you to it wants you to live in that world. Like you're really doing all sorts of stuff. Like the sun is your enemy. Like you have to be super stealthy. There's like caravans and patrols that added in. Like there's just so much. The world's very alive.
Gotcha.
Hell yeah. Well, that is Garrick's experience and review of V Rising 1.0. Guys, we just had a nice review of V Rising. And I'm going to take the Xander approach for a second because it's time that we go into our final segment of the night. The end game. End game.
End game.
In game. Let's go.
We need splash screens. We just do. We need it.
We so do.
We
By
need
the
it.
end of the summer is what, like, I don't know, like, not that I have anything to fucking right, not that I am involved in making those at the end at all, but like that would be great. Is if we were somehow able to make that work by the end of the summer.
Yeah, it just like, I just picture the end game just like slicing our screen in half, and then our frames fall and it says end game, and we come back. Boom. Just like that. Just like that.
Yeah.
Guys, we are reviewing Destiny 2 The Final Shape. That's right. There was a new expansion that came out on June 4th for the PlayStation 4, the PlayStation 5, Windows, Xbox One, Xbox Series XS, and those platforms. Guys, the Final Shape, this is the synopsis here, is a nightmarish calcification of reality into the witness's twisted design, and the way to stop it be against all logic and even the wildest expectations we could have inside the heart of the traveler itself. That is a synopsis straight off the Bungie website. I'm just going to give a few little pointers. This is like their, advertisements on the new things to this game. I know Garrick doesn't have a lot of interest in playing this. Garrick is probably one of the only people out of GK who has not played this yet. So he does not know these things that I'm going to go over here, or he might have heard it just very briefly in passing. So they actually added a whole new enemy to the game, like a whole new type of enemy. They're called the Dread, and they say the vastness of our enemy's influence reaches into the darkest corners of reality, summoning those who would align themselves with its terrifying and final vision of the universe. So these new threats reveal themselves at the Witness's side. Their dual-wielding husks hone their blades, with fellow fearsome grim hovering in wait. In the distance, the psionic weavers and attendants stargaze and prepare for your fire team's arrival. So there's a lot of new enemies they've added to the game, with new mechanics. There's gargoyle type ones that fly, that shoot out sonic attacks at you that literally freeze your character and prevent you from doing abilities for a few seconds and stuff like that. Then they have these enemies.
You finally got a new character model.
They had new character models the last couple of expansions too, but this is just probably the best that they've done, honestly. But they have these drone type enemies. When you kill them, there's little husk worms come out that fly around and they explode and attack you and stuff like that. And then they have these psionic weavers, which you have to activate a certain ability in order to nullify them so that they can take damage and stuff like that. It's actually pretty fun. It offers a lot of bouncing around. They also added a new subclass. It's called Prismatic. So it is a mix of your light subclasses and your dark subclasses. So you can use a stasis super, an arc melee, and a solar grenade if you want, with a mix of different fragments that boost it. So it's just a culmination of everything that you've done at once, but it's also select abilities and stuff like that, because if they made it so you could just use everything, it'd be super broken, but it is still very fun, and I actually use the new subclass all the time, and it works really well with me. I'm pretty sure DJ is doing the same thing too.
Yeah, it's hard to switch it back off because there's so much more pros than there are cons to using Prismatic. I mean, you get better stats, you get buff stats. Also, there's more creative builds that you can get from them. Right now, the most popular hunter build is a Prismatic Hunter with Liar's Handshake and Combination Blow. So
I'm using that one right now.
You're using an arc melee with a stasis grenade, and then a dodge that does also stasis, and it's a lot of fun. It's
Yeah.
super fun, like mixing and matching to fit
Mhm.
like whatever play style you have. Because I've seen some like Titan builds and Warlock builds that use like different grenades and different melees to achieve like different outcomes, like different damage or add clear. I think like some there's some hunter builds that use like the void knife the for the weakening, and then popping still hunt and like golden gun and stuff like that to get some big damage. So
Mhm.
it's really cool seeing people get creative with that.
Yeah. I took that Liar's Handshake prismatic build and I altered it a little bit. I'm using the stasis super with the stasis dodge, but I'm using the strand like tether like
Oh yeah, the
grapple
melee,
grenade.
the just fucking
Yeah,
Spider-Man
because yeah, dude, I'm swinging
Spider-Man.
around like Spider-Man and like with the infinite melee with the dodge and stuff like that. It's really fun. It adds a really fun gameplay loop because like my traversal is just insane right now. I love it. I love it. But yeah, I think it's one of the most innovative things that they've done for builds in Destiny in a very, very long time. Here, let's play some of this stuff here. But yeah, this whole new expansion is probably some of the best Destiny I have played in years. The We've all coveted the witch, not the Witch Queen, the Taken King from Destiny 1 as the best Bungie content that they've done within the Destiny saga, if you will. Nothing really reaches the events of Halo Reach like they've done in the past, same studio, same team. But I wholeheartedly think this is some of the best storytelling that we've gotten from a first person shooter in a very, very long while. The campaign is set on a very well thought out linear path that doesn't stray from it. It is a start to finish campaign. It's rewarding. It takes you to a lot of different places. The scenery is beautiful. The character writing in this is probably the best we've ever seen in Destiny, like ever. Like you actually give a fuck about the characters. Um, I've never played Destiny and evoked emotion outside of like own personal reasons, and this storytelling makes you feel for the characters. It really does, and I was not expecting that. I actually was kind of in the same mindset of Garrick. I've been burned by this game plenty of times before. I've had a lot of fun with it, but I've also it's kind of been a hot or cold scenario with the expansions since they released Destiny 2. The Mercury
Yeah,
expansion,
Lightfall did not spark joy.
the worst expansion ever was the Mercury one, in my opinion. Forsaken was cool. It was fun. Beyond Light
Mercury was but was that the Osiris one?
yeah, it was awful. It
That
was
was off. That fucking
yeah,
expansion was goddamn terrible.
it was awful. The only good thing that we got out of that were trace rifles, a new weapon type. That's it. That's the only thing.
Yeah, man,
But
that shit was ass.
it was very bad. It was very, very, very bad. But like I am very happy with where the game is right now. There is a lot to do. There's so much to do, actually, in fact, especially with all the legacy content. Everything's gotten a boost with this coming out. So anything that was sunset, like items or missions or things like that from the previous expansions and content in Destiny, it's actually all relevant again. And that was a huge thing that actually pushed me back into playing this game, because that was one of my biggest complaints. It's like, why do I work so hard to obtain these items and do these quests
Like
and
they
buy this?
rebalanced like old like
Yep.
exotics to make them relevant.
Yep. Everything is relevant. Literally, when you log in to Destiny, every single item is at a base power of 1900 now. Everything, your weapons, your armor pieces, everything. You can use everything and customize builds now. Because remember how they used to sunset things?
In my inventory that like I
Mhm.
literally just like it just wasn't good anymore, and like
Yeah.
it wasn't worth the cost to me to make it good again. If
Mhm.
if I could make it good again at all.
hmm And with the gameplay loop, they've made it really, really easy to upgrade all your items. Like it doesn't feel like as heavy of a grind anymore. You know, because you're getting upgrade modules constantly. They got rid of legendary shards in it. They got rid of a lot of the currencies that used to be in the game that made it so grindy. It's literally just like your exotic ciphers, your upgrade modules, and your
Less
enhancement
currency is
cores.
more.
Yeah, and it goes a long way. It makes it a lot more enjoyable. Like I already, like, my hunter is pretty like higher level for the most part, and my warlock is behind campaign wise, like by like 2 expansions, because I just kind of only had the time to work on one character. But I started playing on my warlock to get it caught up, and it's, even with playing some of the legacy content, I'm already like at 1960 power level.
What's the new light cap?
I think it's
I think 2010.
2020. No, I think it's 2020. 2020. Yeah, right around there. A lot of the like harder content seems to be ranging anywhere between like 2005
It's in,
to
like,
2020.
1990. Yeah, 1990 is when like the end game stuff starts. Yeah.
Yeah, DJ and I
basically.
are like both mid 1990s right now with our characters, our main characters, that is. But dude, they added a 12-person activity to the game that is actually really, really fun. We were playing it before we hopped in here, but we actually, I will say that we encountered a bug, and it is the first bug that I've actually encountered in the new expansion, where one of the mini bosses just didn't spawn, which we couldn't progress at all without being able to destroy that mini boss.
It's good that
And
that's
everyone
the
had to
first
leave.
one you've experienced, though.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the gunplay is unmatched in this game. I think it's some of the best gunplay we get in first person shooters. Bungie really knows what they're doing when it comes to that. The mod system is really good. You can actually craft guns as well now. Like, you can make guns, you can unlock patterns and craft guns and stuff, which is really cool. And like I said, just having all that content available to you now and everything being relevant is awesome. It's awesome. There's still so much more I haven't experienced yet. There's a lot of side missions outside of the main quest line to play. A lot of new exotics to get that are actually really cool. Like there's a new sniper rifle, Garrett, called the Still Hunt, and its main ability is the fact that it has its own super, and you can use golden gun with it no matter what class you are with a sniper rifle.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
That's
so you
cool.
get like, it's like a super meter. So like you get it, you fill it up getting precision kills with the sniper rifle, or just hitting any enemy for that matter. It's like 6 precision kills, or like,
If I say, like, I'm
a
assuming
number.
precision fills it faster.
Yeah. But also it fills up if you pick up orbs of power. So there's a lot of cool builds that revolve around that. But then the current like highest DPS build right now, not the highest, but a lot of people are running it, is you know how there's the helmet, the Celestial Nighthawk, that transforms your golden gun into one big shot, right?
Right.
So it also applies to Still Hunt as well. So you basically have 2 big golden gun shots. So you pop one and then you pop the other. It's so sick. I've been running that, and it feels so cool to just fucking do like 1.3 million damage, like just in like in a few seconds. Just pop one, pop the other. It's really sick.
And that'll go a long way. What's really cool is what they're doing for the first time too with the seasonal content. Instead of just calling them seasons, they actually set it up as
Episodes now, right?
episodes. Yeah, so we're doing episode 1 right now, and they have episode 2 and episode 3. So episode 1 is called Echoes. What's really cool, it's dealing a lot with the Vex so far. We haven't gotten into the meat of it yet, because they're kind of unlocking the missions and the story every week as you go. So it kind of gives you a reason to come back for a couple days each week to play that.
Right.
So it's
to get, like, the next
progressing.
little story bit.
Exactly. So it's progressing the story as time goes on too, which is really cool that they're doing that. I feel like now and making it so much more in depth. I know they've always had stories like with their seasons, but to me it's never felt like their seasonal content stories have really mattered that much personally, where this one feels like it actually has some weight directly correlating off of the campaign, you know.
Okay, so I have a question based off of that little bit of information then, because that's one thing that like I've personally absolutely hated about Destiny's like continued content, like and their
Hmm.
seasonal content is like I feel like if I don't have literally absolutely everything, the Legacy Armory Pass, all the extra crap, every single piece of DLC that's ever come out before that, and have like if like do I have to still get like if I were to ever purchase this game, would I have to
Hmm.
get the final shape and the fucking year pass? Because I hate that.
So I only bought the final shape, and that includes the first episode season pass with the final shape. After that, I think it's going to be $10 to do the next one, and those passes last for like four months. It's like 4 months of content for $10 essentially.
But
And
that's so rough though, because like at the end of the day, like if you choose not like if you or if you missed it, like life happened, dude. Like you like
Mhm.
you're either out $10 or like you're out or you straight up missed a piece of story content you can't ever touch again.
I agree. I agree that, and that is actually one of my critiques of it. I wholeheartedly stand by the way that 343 does it, and they make it so any season pass that you ever buy, you always have access to that season pass at all times. Granted, that is a
Dude,
multiplayer game, you know,
well, dude,
but
evil, yeah, well, and it is, but like, I don't, I feel like that's becoming more of a normal thing because, like
Mhm.
regardless of like, yes, like this was Kill the Goat Justice League was a failure, but like they like their season pass model was going to be the same as 343's, and then like DRG actually just retroactively reactivated all four of the other season passes so people can just go back and activate them
Mhm.
and complete them on their own. And like it's a bummer with how many seasons that have been available in Destiny that have specifically related to some piece of story or something or other, right? That like they
Mhm.
don't follow a similar model. Because that's been one of the things that's kept me away is because like
Mhm.
I don't because I feel like if I'm not constantly playing Destiny, I'm missing out on Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
I can say this: I don't play it every single day. Granted, I do play it quite a bit. I play it like anywhere from 3 to 4 days a week right now. I'm already halfway done with the season pass already. So it moves pretty
Do
quickly.
you think they change? Yeah, but so is that because of the way you play, like how like you as a player engage in content like through the loop, or do you think they made it faster for people to complete the season pass?
I think they made it faster. I think they did because like they
Yeah.
have they like every bounty you do attributes to XP that towards your season pass. They also added season like missions, like achievements, and they're really easy to unlock just as you play. Like you won't be paying attention to them, and you'll open it up, and you're like, oh shit, I've done half of these already. I guess I'll focus on these a
See,
little
okay,
bit.
and that's
Yeah.
kind of what Diablo 4 seasonal format feels like. But
Mm-hmm.
like my problem with like seasonal content, especially in a game like Destiny, and like is like I just don't feel like season passes respect my time as a player,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like I
Yeah.
though I just feel like they don't respect that like their player base have lives. Like that's my and so I struggle with seasonal content. Like the reason I played Marvel Snap season pass every month for as long as I did was because I knew I would always complete it. I was never
Mm-hmm.
like at like a worry that like I was gonna miss out or like I'd be like if I don't have I have to play X amount of hours this week or like I'm fucked on the battle pass or the season pass for this season. So
It
that's one thing that like that's just like I don't know. I like that I would like to see get better, but like obviously like this is the I think was Lightfall also $50?
It
I
was
think it
like
was 40 or 50. I think it was around there. But like I will say
it
this,
was.
I don't think that the previous expansions included the season pass. I think this year is the first time that they've done that. I think they're trying to make it a little bit more cost effective and easier to get players back into it. Because I will wholeheartedly say this is the best Destiny 2 content we've ever got. I will say that right now. I will stand on that hill and say that right now. And I know I'm not the only person you've heard say that too.
Yeah, Devin's right.
Like,
It didn't come with the season pass.
I've seen numerous articles about how like basically like it took 10 fucking years, but Destiny's finally like given their player base everything they've wanted to and like the payout that they deserved.
Yeah.
Like which is like crazy. I mean, like obviously like I'm experiencing like a touch of FOMO from that because I played hundreds of hours between Destiny 1 and 2. Like I've got like probably like 700 or 800 hours between the two games. I've got at least 500 in Destiny 2, right? Like not a ton, but like that's not. But 500 hours that's a lot. That's still a lot of hours
Dude,
for a single game.
Yeah,
I would play that game with you. I would even replay the campaign with you because I have 2 other characters that still need to do it. I would play that with you. It's been a very long time since I've gravitated towards a first person shooter like this, and I've shit on this game for its content a lot. DJ, go.
Oh, Garrick. So, or for all of us, in the final shape description in Steam, it says first time purchase of this edition will grant access to the episode that is currently active when logging in for the first time after purchase. So, if let's say, Garrick, you wanted to get in on the vampire stuff next episode, I think what that means is if you purchase the final shape for that episode, you will get that episode. Just buying final shape. You won't get access to the next one or the previous. I think it's just that episode.
Right. So like if I buy the final shape during episode 2, I'll get instant access to episode 2, but I'll still have missed episode 1.
Correct.
I think
correct.
so.
But if I want to continue playing, I'll have to buy episode 3 when the time comes.
Yeah.
So you get access to whatever that currently active season is.
Yeah.
Which
so like they don't fuck you. Like let's say if you bought it like the last day.
It wasn't just like
1.
episode 1. Yeah. And you weren't just like it wasn't just like fuck you, like because you bought it at the end of episode 1, you just get nothing now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least there's that. That's not that somebody like that. Yeah, somebody probably had a very good forethought. They're like, no, we can't do it.
It has an asterisk next to it.
They're like, just in case you were wondering, we did consider this thought.
And I think with them unsunsetting everything and making everything relevant makes it a lot easier for people who haven't played the game in a long time to jump back in as well. Like, we
got a couple guys in our Discord.
Like I was all about I've seen like we've had so many people, like our Guardians chat has been so fucking active since the final shape dropped. Like I'm part of it obviously because I was like a fairly active player like up until Lightfall, or I think I petered out before Lightfall Beyond Light. And so like, but dude, like I don't know, like we did that first mission of Lightfall and like it just didn't quite.
It didn't hit, dude. I was there with you. I was there with you, dude. I think I dropped it after that first mission, dude. I think both of us, all of us dropped it after that first few missions.
I think I was the only one that played it through just to play.
Yeah, I think you were, dude. I don't even remember if you. I don't even remember what happened.
You have to do the campaigns in order to get the stuff, right? Like, would I have to do Lightfall to do?
No. You can jump.
Benefit to doing Lightfall.
There is an obvious benefit to doing Lightfall because it does unlock the strand, the standalone strand subclass. But
if you played the first few missions, I think we got it already. I think you have it.
But I bet you there's some campaign stuff like with Stasis where like it unlocks later. You have to get to the end.
Yeah.
Of the campaign.
You probably have to to get like all the things you need for that subclass.
Yeah. You do have to do that. Which like wholeheartedly, I would help you guys with it. I mean, you already have the content, so if that was
well, dude, I literally like I got it for free because like it just happened to be the free like PlayStation Plus, and like obviously if I'm fucking playing Destiny, I'm gonna have PlayStation Plus.
Yeah.
So right, like I'm
Yeah.
like right, like we literally can't play it without it. So like I'm gonna have I'm gonna have access to that content.
Yeah.
But dude, I still think I'm missing crap. Like I still think I'm missing like the armor, like all of like the armory dungeons and like yada yada. Right.
I think for you, I think this one, like for me, jumping back in because I haven't played this much Destiny since the Witch Queen expansion, which is when I started. That's when I first started
well, dude, and it's
playing
like
Destiny.
that. And like I don't know if you guys experienced this, but like I find logging into Destiny when a new expansion drops overwhelming as fuck.
Yeah, it is.
There's so much shit on your fucking screen. You have 90 million notifications. Every fucking sub menu has some
You
shit.
get new exotic,
glowing,
new
dude.
missions,
It's
new
like, it's
episode,
so
new
stressful.
new cutscene, new story, new lore,
New achievements, new titles, new like,
yeah,
dude,
new
it's like so
subclass,
much
new
stuff.
Yeah. I ignore probably half of it personally, and I will say that's like one thing you just kind of have to do, as a systems thing, which sucks, right? It's
Yeah,
a
it is
first
very
person
overwhelming.
shooter.
My ADHD brain hates it though. Like I want to go clear all the little flashy things, dog.
Yeah,
Yeah.
little
Yeah.
thing. It's like, damn it, it's a fucking raid. I'm like,
Yeah,
I
it's
I can't do it.
yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. It really is.
Yeah.
But I will say though, I'm having a fucking blast with this game right now. Like I really am. It's fun. The cooperative like missions and stuff is so seamless now. Like just jumping in with people and playing. There's also a lot of cool new world events and stuff to do that are actually worth doing. There's God, what
BS you're doing for a daily?
exactly, like you actually like get guaranteed like an exotic sword and stuff like that.
Yeah. So I don't know if
they
we touched on
incentivize
this.
the player to engage in a particular
Yeah,
activity by giving them a high
there's
quality
this thing.
reward. It's
There's
like
this thing
looter
called
shooters should always do that.
this is a thing called Pathfinder now. So a lot of the bounties like that you are scattered across like the tower and stuff, they're like almost no longer there. Like there's still Gunsmith and there's still I believe Hawthorne, which is the clan one, and like maybe if Trials of Osiris is there, like
Yeah, Trials too.
But most of it's gone. Like Gambit doesn't have any Vanguard, or the fucking Zavala doesn't have any bounties. So now most of it's moved into Pathfinder. So it's like this triangle.
Can you do that like from a menu, or do I have to go to the goddamn tower?
It's a
No,
menu.
you can do it from a menu. It's from your directory. So
Thank
like
fuck.
like let's say if you're in the Crucible menu or the Gambit menu or the Vanguard menu, there's a little thing at the bottom left. You click on it and it opens up this like Pathfinder view, which is basically like these tiny bounties that lead up to like a piece of gear, and you can choose what to do to get to that piece of gear. So like, it'll be different things like, oh, play Crucible, Vanguard, or Gambit matches.
You have options.
Yeah. So like, some are specifically Gambit, some are specifically Crucible, but most of them are like all three. So just ritual activities. You can just play. Use a solar weapon, blah blah blah, and then you can like take your own path. And like honestly, like I don't pay attention to it. Like I sometimes I go for it, but like I'll just play the game and it'll naturally like, oh, I've I've unlocked
Done a
another
thing.
path to closer to the thing. And then once you get to the center, you get the gear, and then you can reset it with Glimmer, and then so you can
get
do
like
it again
target
for
a
the
new
week.
piece of gear.
Yeah. You can reset it as many times you want, like I think per week. But then like it'll do
You
a
only
full
get like
reset.
one weekly bonus.
Yeah. It'll do like a full week reset like everything else.
Mhm.
But then
And,
also in the
So
campaign,
it sounds like there's been some quality of life updates worked
Mhm.
into this expansion as well, which is good.
Yeah, and to talk about what Devin was saying about better overworld events in the new final shape in the new area they call the Pale Heart. There's different regions that are reminiscent of Destiny's past, but there are things that it's called overthrows, and basically you have to do like different events within the area to like eventually trigger a boss fight. Uh, and like the Pale Heart has its own Pathfinder menu, so like you can also gain more gear and that exotic sword at the end as well, and you can also reset. But I think you can only reset to get the exotic sword like 3 times in a week, I believe so.
Okay.
And then the weekly reset, and I think it resets again. Um, but yeah, it's like it's pretty fun. I find myself just like, you know what, like I don't want to do any like legendary or grandmaster raids. I'll just fucking hop in an overthrow, fucking, kill some fucking things, do some little like some events that have some mechanics and stuff that are pretty easy to figure out. And you
Is
could it
overthrow
also
the 12-person activity?
no, it's just just the overworld activity within the final
Oh,
shape.
okay.
Yeah, so you can just, have friends do it, help you do it. And it also contributes to your ghost is now a vendor in the Pale Heart, and he gives you cool stuff. And then like that, doing overthrows adds to the ghost level. Get cool new gear, the new weapons that they've added as well through Pale engrams and stuff like that. So there's just so much. Like I think you'll if you ever pick it up, Garrick, I think you'll really like the it's way more loot for you for more shoot. More shoot for more loot. It's fucking it's I think it's perfect. I think
Yeah,
the loop is pretty consistent. I don't
yeah.
feel like I'm grinding for fucking things. I'm just like doing stuff that I want to do, and I'm getting the stuff that I want.
Hmm.
And maybe some
So
extra.
yeah.
Yeah. The gameplay loop is really good. It's really fun. I'm having a good time with it, and also like a lot of the new weapons are like do some really cool things, and they added like a lot of new perks. Of course, you still play for roles, but it's like really
Well,
fast to get a bunch
you
of
gotta have
different.
a chase, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
but it's
but
not
like
hard to get good roles though. It's just not. It's not anymore.
Well, I mean, that's
Like
what Diablo 4 is like now too, right? Like it's just not
mhm.
hard to get good rolls. Like even if like you
yeah, as long
break an
as long as you're
item
looking
with a
for
bad
it, like
temper,
as long
you're
as you're
just like,
grinding.
you're like, I'll get something new. It's fine.
This is actually a good comparison. Think of the final shape like the most recent season in Diablo 4.
Like fully
Like,
reborn.
yeah.
Dude, there
Yeah,
was a
that's
bunch of
actually
they
a
changed a
really good.
lot. They changed a lot for that. So I'd
That
have to see like a list.
that's honestly it's a very good comparison. As somebody who's played both, a lot of both, because I have, it is
Mhm.
like that. It is like that, except way more story content in Destiny. Like there might be a lot
Right,
more
yeah.
changes in Diablo, but there's a lot more story content in Destiny.
Yeah, a
Right.
lot of weight, a lot of stakes, and it feels like it gets you hooked. Like as soon as you bite your teeth in, dude, it's
Yeah.
really nice.
Yeah, because
I stayed up to 5 a.m. playing the game.
and
Going
DJ, you
crazy.
can attest to this. At first, you were almost not feeling it, and then you got,
Yeah, dude,
and
I
then
was
you've,
Garrick. Dude, I was like, I don't care anymore, dude.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't
Dude,
know.
and like that's it's like I just felt so fucking burned, man. And like I've seen like some cool like out of context like like clips and things. Like I'm still trying to avoid major spoilers because at the end of the day, I fucking like I still was that dude who would like literally watch all of My Name is Bife's fucking videos on road trips and like
Hmm.
play every single piece of content. Like I was there when Vault of Glass got fucking released. Like
Yeah,
I like I've been a Destiny player since goddamn day one. Like even when it was a poo poo ass project, like because day one Destiny was caca, right? Like
dude,
it
it's
wasn't
so
great.
different. It was so different. It is
It was
vastly
such a
different.
different it was such a different fucking game. Like it was such a bad MMO Halo one. It wasn't good. It was a Halo wannabe. It like it had no real identity of its own. And so like I've been trying to avoid spoilers because at the end of the day, like I've still put a ton of fucking like personal time like into this game and this story. And like if I'm gonna finish it, like god damn it, I'm gonna finish the story on my own terms and actually see it to
yeah,
the end because like obviously like I need to get through Lightfall because I'm because like I'm not gonna skip a story chunk. I can't do it. I can't
Yeah.
do that to
You have to
myself.
go
Like I'm
through it,
like
yeah.
I'm gonna make like if I come back, I'm gonna push myself through Lightfall so that I can get it in the cohesive piece because I know that's when the witness appears, right? And it's a big deal. So, but like I don't know, like it's just like I'm seeing a lot like I do, but the thing is like I know I'll be coming back. I will probably be coming back as a warlock if I ever played again.
We desperately need a warlock.
Yeah, we need
Garrick,
warlocks.
We desperately need a
I'm
warlock.
working
so
on my
bad.
warlock right now. If you come back, I will warlock with you, man. Like I will
Dude,
run. I
we're
need
like
to do Lightfall
90%
on my
100.
warlock.
Dude,
Yeah.
look, if there's like all I need to know is like if there's a warlock endgame build where I can do the fucking stasis fucking goddamn turret grenades. That's if like if
There
there's
is,
one of
there
those-
is,
dude,
there
If
is.
that's
Go,
viable in
Garrick.
the end game, that was my bread and fucking butter. That's
Garrick.
the build I'm literally using right now.
Garrick, there's a warlock build where you can just keep that shit up with the other elemental like turret shit at the same time with the prismatic
That sounds
warlock.
cool.
It's fucking nuts, dude. I saw that shit. I was like, no way you could just AFK, turn on your abilities, walk away. It'll do damage for you. Come back. You'll be alive.
Yeah, you'll
dude,
love
that's
it.
literally that was the power fantasy I enjoyed. Like as like that turret grenade, like as soon as I unlocked that fragment, and I was just like, yep, this is the Destiny
Dude.
build I've always wanted to play.
Or
Dude,
like
with
the
prismatic
arc
warlock, you
build.
can have that. And
Yeah, or
and
like-
more.
The fucking Palpatine ass.
Yeah, with the
Dude.
with the little arc soul too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I think
Uh,
the new Warlock Super is actually really sick. Have you
Yeah.
seen it? It looks
Yeah.
fucking dope as fuck.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't. For, like the Strand one.
No, there's a new
Or
one.
is there like
I
a
forgot.
new one?
There's
No,
a
Yeah.
new.
I
There,
don't even
everyone
know
gets
what
new
tell him.
supers.
I
Don't
gotta
tell
be
him,
honest.
don't.
I don't even know what the Strand one looks like. I'll
The
have to
Strand
just
one is
fucking-
cool.
Strand one's sick.
I just got the Strand one on my warlock. It's pretty fun. It's pretty
Yeah.
fun.
But you get new supers. You do get new supers.
Yeah.
Each
There's
class
new
gets
supers. Yeah, each prismatic
know
has
that.
a new one.
I mean,
like
I'm
the
not shocked, but
the hunter prismatic has a new arc super that is like he gets like a short sword and he
Goes
you jump up.
anime.
Yeah, you throw it and then you teleport with it like you're from Naruto and you hit the ground.
dude, fucking Force Hokage ass.
Yeah. It's anime as fuck, dude.
Dude, let me
That's
explain this.
rad.
It shoots out an explosion when you hit, and then it like attaches to an arc rope, like a rope that appears,
tether?
and then he spins it around really fast like Link. And you can do it
That's
like
cool.
3
sounds
times
super
with one
fucking
super.
I think the Titan
What's the
Super is
Titan
also
one?
pretty sick too.
Yeah, the Titan Super.
It's a void. It's a void axe. Like he throws
Like a
down void
huge
axes that
axe.
explode.
Yeah,
And
like
that
a
you can
huge
pick up,
void.
Everyone can pick up. Yeah, like everyone can pick up the fucking relics. Start swinging that shit around.
Yeah.
The Warlock Super is a solar super that is fucking. It looks. I saw Shroud like find it for the first
Dude,
time.
hopefully it's better than the fucking base.
boom.
I didn't like the original Solar Super for Warlocks with the
Oh no,
wings.
it's.
Didn't
I need
It's
to
way
look
that
better.
shit.
because it is definitely way better. I don't know.
Yeah.
I forgot the specifics, but.
Well,
it's sick.
guys,
It's gonna be like I was gonna be like we do have a write-in. It sounds like
I got
them
about
up. Two
time to
write-ins.
share.
yeah, I have them up and ready to go. I was gonna start with Xander's here.
Oh, we have two.
Yeah, right in
Ernell
from
put
Ernell
his.
and Xander. So
Okay.
Xander's write-in, the Final Shape DLC for Destiny 2 is nothing short of fantastic, marking a triumphant return for veteran players of this beloved franchise. This expansion delivers a conclusion to the Light vs. Dark saga in a campaign that brilliantly combines outstanding writing and much more rewarding gameplay loop and loot pool, making the sometimes rocky decade-long journey feel entirely worthwhile. From the very first mission, it's clear that Bungie has poured their heart and soul into crafting a narrative that not only ties up loose ends, but also propels the story forward in an unexpected and thrilling ways. The writing is top-notch, with rich character development and intricate plot twists that keep the players on the edge of their seats. The dialogue is sharp. The emotional depth of the characters resonates profoundly, making every cutscene a cinematic delight. That's one thing, Garrick. There are cutscenes constantly, and they're worth watching. They're really good.
There's like actual.
Dude, they're
stuff
on their
going
Lord of the
It's
Rings
not-
shit, dude.
It's not
They're on
fluff.
some.
Yeah,
Dude,
it's
they're on
very
some
good.
crazy shit, dude. I sat back, dude. I fucking sat back and I watched that shit, dude. I thought I was watching a movie. Shit
Yeah,
was
yeah.
crazy.
The linear campaign structure is a welcome return, offering a focused and immersive experience that keeps players engaged from start to finish. The pacing is impeccable, with each mission seamlessly blending into the next, creating a sense of urgency and purpose. Visually, the final shape is stunning, with breathtaking environments that range from eerie, otherworldly landscapes to lush, vibrant locals. The attention to detail is extraordinary, and the art direction truly shines, making every location feel unique yet familiar. One of the most impressive aspects of the final shape is how it manages to honor the legacy of Destiny while pushing the series forward. Longtime fans will appreciate the nods to past events and characters. The culmination of 10 years of storytelling is handled with grace and finesse, leaving players with a sense of closure and excitement for what lies ahead. Ultimately, the final shape is a phenomenal DLC that encapsulates everything I have ever loved about this franchise. Bungie has truly outdone themselves, delivering an experience that makes the entire journey worth it. This is Destiny at its finest, and the final shape is a shining testament to the enduring magic of this iconic franchise. Xander gives the final shape a 10 out of 10.
Which is a play now. Let's definitely play it right now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Can I read
I
her
was saying,
notes?
we'll forgive Xander. He's not normally on
Yeah.
GKBR.
Yeah.
Our rating.
The Warlock super, it's called Songs of Flame, and so he throws out a flame wisp that scorches enemies, and it enhances your incinerary snap to like throw out more projectiles. So you're fucking just snapping, throwing fucking balls of fire at fucking
Fucking
enemies,
Colonel
dude.
Mustang ass.
Dude,
Yep,
yeah, dude.
yeah.
Dude, why did they tap into anime characters for all of the fucking
Yeah,
shit
I don't know,
first?
dude. I don't
They
fucking
did.
know. It's
Yeah,
fucking sick.
The Titan one is
Because
kind of
the-
like, what's her
tell-
face from
No,
JJK?
dude, tell me the fucking Titan one's not Escanor from fucking Seven Deadly Sins.
He's
Oh,
throwing
yeah.
like three. He throws like three void axes that like everyone can pick up off the ground after he throws them down, dude. It's sick.
Yeah. Yeah. You can read her Nels, DJ.
Yeah, I'll read them else. All right. Just the first sentence is like. Hold on. Let me compose myself. After many dark, lonely, and heart-crushing years of committed grinding, Bungie outdid themselves for this one. The final shape is yet another example of how good expanded content can be in video games if the developers choose to really listen to the voices of their communities. As Destiny had been notoriously lacking some kind of secret sauce that we've all been aching for, Bungie seemingly said, "Not only are you going to take my beer, but you're going to watch me do this, and you're going to like it," by delivering one of the best plot conclusions we've ever had in video games. Visceral and exciting, the Final Shapes campaign finds every way to serve us Guardians an adventure that reaches heights we didn't think possible. They capitalize on our commitment to the franchise's characters from every angle, and they set the gimmicks aside to do it. One could probably argue, quote, "This is how Destiny should have been in the first place." But the adventure had so much energy that it's hard to feel like that argument even matters anymore. Old and new players alike get more opportunities now to face the perils of our universe together, and that's been the heart and soul of Destiny since the beginning. Never before have we been able to live out the space warrior fantasy as deeply as we have been able to with this expansion, and I'm very excited to say, we're fucking back, baby. Destiny 2 The Final Shape is a play now from me. This comes from Ernell Pierce, Ocean Shrine, Ocean Daddy himself. He says it's a play now.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Brother.
I'd say this is a play now. I would. How about you, DJ?
Dude, I couldn't agree more. I mean, like, just watching you guys play the first mission on stream, I was like, fuck, do I have to, fuck, am I buying this? Am I fucking buying this shit right now? Like, it looked fun, and I'm like, damn it, fuck, I'm buying it, downloading it right now, right that night, dude. And I fucking played it, I'm like, fuck, dude, it's actually good. Fuck, it's actually good. And now I'm still playing it, dude. It's in my loop now, dude. I'm playing Destiny 2, and then moving to Elden Ring, and then Tekken 8, dude. It's like my fucking loop, dude. Fucking dopamine's rushing in.
Evil's on in chat. Happened to me too, man. Watched y'all play it, and now here I am. He just beat the campaign.
I deliberately didn't want you guys play that for some
I was like,
I'm good.
It's like, no, not today, Satan. Not today. You're not getting me.
I'm not trying to press this on you, but at the same time, it'd be really fun to play with you, Garrick. How much FOMO are you feeling right now?
Dude, a lot. Just because, like, I know, like, only because, like, you know, like, it all comes down to that story conclusion, man. Like, you know, like, at the end of the day, like, because I, too, like Ernell, have put many lonely, heart-crushing hours of grind into this fucking game. So, like, at the end of the day, I'll probably want the payout eventually.
Dude,
we'll see when it
I
happens.
think the final shape is like Bungie just looking at it as like, come on, man, one final beer run. You know, one more. One more
last
is
hurrah.
done.
DJ,
One last one.
DJ Flight in chat, did y'all see the alternate ending? Don't fucking do that to me. I did not know that till just now.
Don't say that shit.
Bungie dropped it
today?
to...
Hell no.
Oh.
Hell no. For what?
No.
For what? Like, how would you trigger the alternate ending? Like, did we just fail?
What?
Do we just fail? Like
what is the alternate ending?
Succumbed?
Is it just like a video online?
Is it like a revisionist ending? Like oh yeah, we joined the witness. Like
It's some,
you know?
it's like some I Have Legend shit.
Yeah.
Just completely flips it.
Yeah,
she said yes. It's a video. It's a video. Okay, we might have to watch that after this, DJ.
Yeah, I'll watch it later.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I think consensus here. Play it now. If you're new to Destiny or you're burned before like Garrick, I feel like it's a great time to come back. Or wait till the vampire season if you want, dude.
He's trying to get me on the vampire. DJ's trying to get me on the vampire.
Dude, the vampire season is like
he's trying to get me on the vampire season real hard.
Dude, I know for a fact. I know for a fact.
Just like he knows how to fucking get me.
Dude, no, because like you're on your V Rising shit right now, but I promise you, dude, once that vampire shit comes out, you're gonna be like, damn. I might just buy it just so I get this episode for free.
Dude, fucking Diablo 4 almost got it with. They almost got me with that shit too.
Yeah. But this is better than that Diablo 4 season though.
Yeah, probably.
It's a lot better than that. I can say that wholeheartedly. Garrick, I want you to play this with me. We'll have to talk and figure out how we're gonna get that to happen.
We'll see.
Cause
we'll see.
Yeah. We'll. Hey, bro, I hear Fortnite is gonna have vampires.
Yeah, that ain't never gonna happen. That pushing, Fortnite.
That's pushing the envelope.
Fundamentally ain't for me.
Yeah, guys. With that being said, the final shape is a must play now, especially if you've played Destiny at all. With the conclusion of the Light versus Dark saga, it's fucking awesome. And I think it's actually worth playing through the campaigns and doing that. Or if you don't want to, jump in just like that. DJ here. And yeah, that being saideth. Yep. Thanks, Gio. Guys, we're gonna talk about what we're doing the rest of the week. Obviously no content on Wednesday because we take Wednesdays off. So that we can play video games and talk about them like we do today. Thursday, I am going to be streaming Still Wakes the Deep right here at twitch.tv/Good Kraken Show. I know Garrick's going to be there. I know Ernell's going to be there. I think Xander said he's going to be there. I don't know about you, DJ. You want to be there?
I don't think I'm going to be there, no.
Okay. Yeah, they are going to be watching me play this game, and we're going to see if I get spooked while playing this. We'll see if the spookies get me.
We'll see.
Yeah,
We'll see.
Morbid in chat, I can't wait to watch you poop yourself. Dude, I play a lot of horror games. I don't think it's gonna happen personally. I might have some moments.
I hear it's very Lovecraftian, and I hear it's very Scottish.
That's fucking awesome. See, I ain't like Ernell. I don't jump at a fish going across my screen. But, guys, on Friday, we have another episode of 20,000 Films Under the Sea. And the boys are going to be talking about classic blockbusters they have not seen, which means DJ is going to talk about every movie that's come out before 2021.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
So stoked to out myself.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to be popping in and listening. I'm not on that episode, but I'm going to be sitting here playing Destiny while also watching you boys at the same time. So, yeah, that's how my Friday is going to go. Guys, please let us know what you think of The Final Shape if you've played it yet, or if our review of The Final Shape has gotten you to a point where you're thinking about hopping in. Let us know. Join our Discord. If you want to play Destiny, we got the Guardian chat. We'll get you in there. There's always fire teams coming up. Sometimes there'll only be a couple of us on, and sometimes there'll be like 10 of us in there. It's random, but it's fun. It's great. Guys, this has been Good Kraken's Death Ratio, your choice for all the nerdy video game news, reviews, and discussions that you want to hear live each and every Tuesday at 7 p.m. West Coast, Best Coast time. If you liked what you heard, you can head on over to our Discord channel where you can submit questions and topics to the show, get exclusive content, and have early access to episodes before they go live on podcasts and video services wherever you like to watch or listen. But you can also support us by going to our YouTube channel, clicking that beautiful bell and big red button, or by subscribing to our podcast channel by searching Death Ratio and leaving a review there. We have to go, but until next time, that is what I saideth.